So I've got an ungodly amount of Japanese bulk lying around my room right now, and that means I have a lot of top loaders that I need to reclaim. So tonight I'm going to fill out my VMAX Climax binder. All the cards I've found so far are sitting in top loaders or sometimes just in team bags without any protection at all, which is very dangerous. So I'm going to put them in this. This is a Zipfolio 480 24 pocket Xenoskin binder. You're going to see why I like these binders so much. I was specifically waiting for this to come in the mail because I flat out refuse to use any other binder. And I'm not sponsored by Ultimate Guard. I just really like these. So I had to go with white because everything is just out of stock. You have a beautiful zip here, which I just love. I love zipped binder. Keeps things neat, especially if you're putting these on a shelf. Smells fresh. Very well packaged. You always have that sheet in there, which just helps, I guess, stop the pages from binding together. It's a binder, so you want some kind of binding, but you don't want these sticking together. Sometimes if they stick together, they can get a little bit warped and then it gets a little bit funny, but there's no factory manufacturing issues, so I'm keen to do this. They're about 65 AUD though, if you can find them. Wowee, when you weren't looking, I put all 184 of the base set of VMAX Climax into this binder because I know you guys here at YouTube don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch that, but hey, how fantastic does it look? The fruits of my labor. We got all the fire types. The water types are on one page. That's beautiful. This was actually quite tricky. I know a few people have asked me about this. This is a contentious point. How do you put Morpeko V-Union into your master set? If you use a 12 pocket, it's nice and easy. You got to reconfigure Zero Aura and Bolton, and then you got to do something like this. You can make it work. I think it's fine. You know, you won't really notice that they're out of order. At least it looks consistent. You can see the illustration by Mitsuda Arata in all its intended glory. After that, we move on to the psychic types, which is quite annoying how Galarian Zapdos, fighting type, it just completely, this would have been 2 pages of psychic. You have to ruin the party, brother. After that, more fighting. The dark type Pokemon. We've got steel types, dragon types, normal, and then the trainers, which brings us all the way to 184. And the next part of this is the character res, the CSRs, the full arts, and the gold cards. So I've opened up probably 20 to 25 booster boxes so far. I haven't finished my case, but I've got a lot of cards. I have been protecting them, but it's time for them to move into their new home. So first up is Gardevoir. Saito. This one is illustrated by Sanosuke Sakuma. A lot of my cards that I started putting in the binder, I actually put them in KMC Perfect Fits, but then we made the decision to put them into penny sleeves. The reason why I prefer penny sleeves is because they fit perfectly into an Ultimate Guard pocket, and then there's no way that any dust can get into them. Some people like to double sleeve. I was thinking about it, but then someone presented the point to me that if you double sleeve, it's too much plastic and you can't really look at the illustration properly through the binder, which makes a lot of sense. So this is a lovely one by Sanosuke Sakuma. Gardevoir is a fan favorite. It's a Gen 3 OG, so beautiful card and a great addition to the CHRs in this set. Gararu Tachi Fusagama, The Goons, Galarian Obs, The Goon. This one is by Gosan, who I'm pretty sure is a new artist. Gosan illustrated the Bolton V CSR that's in this set as well. It's got Sonya in it. This is a lovely card. I love how his arm is sort of like, it's almost like he's web slinging the microphone. This is a very cool dynamic card. This is a beautiful illustration. So Gosan, welcome to the world of Pokemon TCG. We are looking forward to whatever you are going to draw next. The Goons aren't everybody's favorite Pokemon, but I like this one a lot. I just think it's a very fun illustration. Okay, after Galarian Obs, The Goon, we have the Orangaru. This one is by Akira Komayama. Pretty sure this was my first find. This was the first card, the first character rare rather, that I found from VMAX Climax. And I like it. I'm not fond of it for that reason. I do really like this card. I found a lot of doubles of it, but it's so vibrant. It's so incredibly colorful. This is one of the coolest CHRs. Orangaru, not the most popular Pokemon, but you cannot deny, that this is an amazing illustration. This one's by Akira Komayama. I can't get enough of the use of colors. It's really beautiful. It's a very vibrant and striking card. Next up is the Persimmon by Nagimiso. I'm pretty sure this one is, yes, it's by Nagimiso. Beautiful card. Very funny pose between the two of them. You can see Persimmon is showing the trainer. I think they're a trainer in the gym, showing them how to throw, which is funny. I like the expression. Nagimiso, excellent artist, one of my favorites. Everyone's basically my favorites. I think somebody made a comment on one of my videos and said, every artist is your favorite artist. It's hard. Like, it's hard not to have a favorite for every single illustration that they put out. The pose is fun. The colors are great. It's a beautiful, beautiful card by Nagimiso. Next up, we have the Octillery. This was one of the first cards revealed. This one is by Shinya Komatsu. I believe, again, another new artist debuting in VMAX Climax. Very, very European vibes with this card. It reminds me of the coast of Greece. This is one of those cards where I don't mind if I find a double of it over and over again, and I keep doubling up on it. I do not mind at all. Excellent contrast between the red of Octillery and the blue of the ocean. the white of the coast. It's very nice. This one is a beauty. All right, it's coming together. After that, we have Bronzong. I'm pretty sure Bronzong was also a new reveal, or was revealed like second after VMAX Climax got announced. This one is by Hataya, another new artist. So many new artists debuted with VMAX Climax. It almost feels like it's a new generation of artists. Some artists that we've saw in 2020 and 2021, maybe they won't get commissioned as much as they were before, and we get a new wave of artists, which is always good. Keeps things fresh. Or we're gonna get just new artists added to the repertoire, and we're just gonna have a lot of artists illustrating a lot of cards. Beautiful card though. I love this Bronzong. When I look at this card, I think the first word that comes to my head is rustic. I don't think it is rustic, but that's the first word that comes to my head. This is a rustic card, and I like it. This one is by Naoki. This is a new artist. I remember staying up real late with Primal Lugia, the webmaster of Poke Guardian. We were looking through Twitter and Pixiv, and we were trying to find which artist this was, but we didn't know for sure because there were a few different artists named Naoki. And so we were going through different illustrations being like, oh, the eyes look similar. The facial expression looks similar. We found it eventually. That was a very fun night. This is a beautiful illustration. I do love the eyes. That is, I guess, the strength of Naoki. One of their defining illustration traits, is the way that they illustrate eyes. This is beautiful. You got Melanie there and the Frost Moth taking up the top half of the card. It's a beauty. It's very cozy. It makes you think of Christmas. I like it a lot. I don't think there's any CHR that I don't like. Bannet. This is a nice card. I do like this a lot. This might sound weird, but I always like when Bannet's mouth is open. So when I saw this CHR, I was like, that is right up my alley. I do like it quite a lot. It's a spooky card. It's in the middle of battle, which is always really fun. It just has like strong ghost vibes to it. This one is illustrated by Tomomi Kaneko. Beautiful card. This is 197, which means it goes on the next page. All right, we have the Dusk Noir. Again, this was one of the first cards that got revealed. I was excited when this got revealed because it kind of set the tone for the character rares. You see in the background, Morty's got his hand out. We'll zoom in a little bit so you can see that. Is he mimicking? Is he directing? I don't know. The Dusk Noir, because Dusk Noir's doing the same thing. You can see that spooky blue flame there. So ghost types are always fun. I like this one because it's purple and blue. Good contrast. Those colors work well together. And it's a very soft illustration. It's almost watercolor. It reminds me of the Vaporeon CHR, which I'll get to, which is one of my favorite CHRs from the set. This one is by Megumi Higuchi. Beautiful card. This is 198. Oh, we finally found 198. I'm pretty sure okJLUV is basically everybody's favorite new artist from 2021. The Alcremie with Mr. Bing chilling himself. Beautiful card. Again, this was one of the first revealed CHRs. Got everybody very excited. But yeah, okJLUV, fantastic artist. They're the one behind the Vaporeon VMAX special art, the one from those Evolution VMAX boxes. They also illustrated I'm pretty sure their first special art was Ice Rider Calyrex V from Silver Lance, which came out 2021. So okJLUV is absolutely fantastic artist. This is 201 of 184. Next up is Malamar by Fumie Kitaka. I'll be honest with you. I don't love every card. Not every card is my favorite. Not every illustration is my beautiful favorite firstborn child. Having said that, I don't look at it and I'm not like, ew, that would be terrible. It just doesn't hit the same as other cards. And it's probably because I don't like Malamar that much. I'm not the biggest Malamar fan. In terms of the actual card and the illustration, you can't deny it is quite cool. It's a very cool pose. I think I pulled this in one of my openings and I was like, I like the way it's just like, what's up, bro? He's like, this is like a bruh card. They're both like, you want some of this? Come get some. I don't know. It's an imposing card. I'm not the biggest fan of Malamar though, so it doesn't do it for me, but I do like it. I like the construction of it. Let's put it that way. All right. One of my favorite cards, and a lot of people really enjoyed this card. It is the Zekrom by AKIRA EGAWA. AKIRA EGAWA, she's fantastic. She's incredible. Even her non-Pokemon card related work is phenomenal. I'd argue her non-Pokemon card related work is some of the best art that I have on my timeline. I want to buy prints of it. It's really full on. If you're not yet following AKIRA EGAWA on Twitter, you are really missing out. You basically get to see beautiful illustrations like this every single day. She's crazy talented, and it's just awesome that she's still drawing Pokemon cards. We're getting beautiful cards like this. Zekrom, one of my favorite legendaries and one of my favorite trainers. It's just, yeah, it's got everything, and the background just completely ties the whole thing together. It's beautiful. And I'm glad I found multiples of this. Ariados by, this is a mouthful. Shiburingaru, another new artist. So this was another card that was one of the first revealed. The Ariados with Janine. This is probably like the most ultra realistic card in the set. And I haven't always been a fan of ultra realistic illustrations. So The Ariados never really hit for me. I know why some people like it. It's good to see Gen 2 Pokemon getting some love, but Shibuya is another new artist, so hopefully we see some more of them this year. I'm excited to see what they can bring to the table. Okay, Phalanx. This was a cool card. Hidetsu. Not just because it's got Bay in the background, because her illustration here is fantastic, but this one is by Kinu Nishimura, who I've spoken at length about before. They are an artist for Capcom. They did a lot of work for many Capcom fighters in the 90s. Got a very distinct 90s anime game-ish style. A lot of those games came out on the Sega Saturn. Capcom, that was a good era. That was a really good era for fighting games. A lot of that was attributed to the art style. Third Strike, you guys remember Street Fighter Third Strike? I played a lot of that, and I loved the art style in that too. So Phalanx is a really, really cool card. I'm glad Nishimura-san is still illustrating for the TCG, because their first card was Single Strike Urshifu VMAX, and I thought of the special art, and I thought it was going to be kind of one and done, but they're back, which is cool. This page is filling out. This is the first time I'm really looking at a full page of CHR. And I gotta say, all of them together looks very cool. Okay, next up, Rockruff. I think this was the second CHR that I found. This one is by Hideki Ishikawa. Lovely card, so dreamy. I don't think there's anybody that really dislikes this card. It's just cozy kind of feeling. If you like dogs, you love this card. It's cute. If you like dogs, you know this vibe. I do this every single day with Stitch. Lola is actually starting to learn from Stitch how to lie on her back and just get pats on the tummy, and she's starting to appreciate how good it feels. So that's kind of cute. This reminds me of my pets, so how can you not like this card? Another card that was one of the first revealed, the Flapple. Even if you don't like Flapple, this card is nice. It's got everything. It's got Milo, it's got Flapple, it's got the box of apples. Flapple is an apple Pokemon. It gets it right. Red and green, those colors go really well together. This one is by Misaki Hashimoto. And like I said, if you don't like Flapple, you can still like this card. Time had made a good point before. What's the Pokemon got to do with it? If you like the Pokemon, you're more partial to it. Even though Flapple haunts me, I think it's meant to be kind of striking. I still really appreciate this card. Okay, this is a fun card. Everybody likes an evolution. Jolteon, green in the background. So cool that all the evolutions, they should have put Leafeon and Glaceon should have been in this set, and Espeon. It would have completely rounded it out. But this is fantastic. This one is illustrated by Dom. As a new artist, to get given the honor to draw like an evolution, one of the most popular Pokemon, yeah, they did a really good job. In the middle of battle, it's awesome how all the different evolutions, they're all different styles. The Flareon is very calm and soothing. This probably shows more of a loving side between trainer Pokemon. Vaporeon shows more an explorative side, and the Jolteon shows the side of battle. So you get all three. It's a really fun card. Dom, I'm very excited to see what Dom draws next. If this is their first card as a CHR, I can't imagine what happens if they get a special art. So I'm quite excited. Okay, next up is the cast form featuring Sharon. Sharon getting a lot of love, getting a trainer full art. This is the second CHR that Sharon has appeared in. Their first was the Stoutland from Dream League. So Sharon getting a bit of love in the last couple months. Cute card, basically teaching them about the cycle of weather, which is fun. So it's got like an action dynamic sort of vibe, but it's sort of the thematic, or it's got a deep meaning. That's how it's dynamic, I guess. Maybe dynamic isn't the word to use. Maybe I gotta buy a thesaurus. I'm going to keep talking about these cards and describing them. I need to up my game. This one is by Atsushi Furusawa. Flaffy, featuring Elisa. I only realized recently that the way that we see Flaffy and Elisa is thanks to a mirror. They're actually looking in the mirror. Yeah, look, I'm kind of slow, and it took me a while to figure that out. That's actually Elisa. This is the mirror. Smart, unlike me. Very, very nice illustration though. This one's by Saino Misaki. They bamboozled me. Misaki-san, you bamboozled me. But lovely, lovely, lovely. Very cute. Cutesy card. Brush and Flaffy's mane. I don't know. Do sheep have mane or wool? Let's just go with fur or wool. Let's go with wool. This next card needs a dramatic intro because it's one of my favorites. Dedenne. Kurumitsu is a new artist. I hope Kurumitsu is around for a long, long time, because for this to be their first card, I love these like vibrant, just ultra colorful, very citrusy, strong, bright, really saturated illustrations, and this is just fantastic. It's got a very manga vibe to it as well. The color style, like the coloring of this is just, it's phenomenal. So this is one card that I've actually bought a few of. I want to have doubles of it. It's one of those cards you could put in like a 4-pocket binder and just be like, yeah. Actually, I think that's a good idea. I might make a 4-pocket binder of some of my favorite CHRs, because I've got a lot that I just really like looking at. This is definitely one of them. It's so good. I love it so much. I really hope Kurumitsu is around for a long while. They have a few new cards in Starbirth, so I know that at the least they've been commissioned again. So fingers crossed for the rest of 2022. This page here is nearly full. That is exciting. That is very exciting. Oh, I'm bat chesting. I'm bat chesting on my own binder. Some of the artists, they got commissioned. They commissioned them for some big cards. You would think that they would commission them for like, you know, like a regular common or uncommon or a rare even, and maybe leave the CHRs to like a long time artist. But they had such faith in these artists that they commissioned that they were just like, you know what? We love your work and we trust you. Go for it. And they delivered. Every single new artist that debuted with a CHR absolutely delivered. You're gonna love this. Oh yeah, it's the Charizard CHR. This is the big money card. Whoa, let's go. $50 Charizard. Nah, but for real, this is a fun card. I'm not that crazy about Charizard. You know, Charizards can be quite exhausting for Pokemon card collectors. Gidora illustrated this one. Oh, I got Gosan and Gidora mixed up. I'm so sorry. It's Gidora that I'm pretty sure illustrated the Bolton V CSR. Gidora is a new artist to the TCG. They've been an artist for a long time. They love dogs. They really love dogs. If you go and check out their Twitter, they love illustrating dogs. So this card with Leon, if you've got a dog, if you've got a big dog, you will totally vibe with this. I can tell looking at it. They're on the couch. He's rubbing Charizard's tummy. When you have a big dog, you just want to cuddle them. They're like big cuddle bugs. You wouldn't think Charizard would be the most cuddly Pokemon, but I think with Leon and Leon's Charizard, it's quite fitting. There's a card that shows the love between Leon and Charizard. So as far as Charizard cards go, this is one of my favorites. It's cool to get a Charizard CHR. Am I the only one that's like very particular and like just protective? Like, I'll wash my hands frequently while I do this binder stuff. Always making sure I don't have any grease or sweat on my hands. Lately, I've been moisturizing a lot. My hands feel very soft at the moment. All right, next up is Houndoom. This one is by NC Empire. Honestly, not what I was expecting from a Houndoom card, but I can respect it. I see what they were going for. It's very in your face. It's coming out. It's Houndoom coming at you. You're in the middle of battle. I don't know what I was expecting from a Houndoom card, actually. I kind of just need to be told what I'm being given, because I wasn't really expecting something like this. It's not bad. I can see how some people like it. I can see how some people don't like it. This kind of style isn't for everyone, but hey, variety is the spice of life. So, you know, if everything was looking the same Poggers kind of style that we all were familiar with, nothing will be interesting anymore. So we got our first complete page, which is very exciting. This is the first time I am seeing a full page of CHRs, and I gotta tell you, it looks very nice. A real Thanos Infinity Stone moment. Look at that. I'll put that central so you guys can really appreciate it. I'll get chat out of the way. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful page. Next up, the lovely, lovely, lovely Kingdra. This one is by Tairakitsu. Beautiful. I love how they're in the middle of using waterfall. I just wish that the text of the card didn't obscure the illustration, because the illustration is fantastic. Beautiful stuff though. Blue with orange. It's a color contrast that you basically see everywhere, and it works here to a T. It's perfect. Beautiful stuff here by Tairakitsu. I love the leaves in the background too. Oh, look at that. That hollow, that shine, it just amplifies the whole thing. It's beautiful. This is one of the best cards from the set, like period. It's like a top 5 card from the set. With green, it's just, oh, it's so good. This one's by Your Iribi. Let's have a look. Let's just get like nice and close. Look at that. It's just so peaceful. It's beautiful. Flareon's got like a sort of curious look on their face. Flareon's got the face of a dog, basically. Like, that's how dogs look at you. And you're always wondering, what's the dog thinking? I mean, at least I am. I'm always thinking, what is Stitch thinking? Is she having a good time? Pure love here. I love the color style. Sort of like a pencil water brush kind of style. Watercolor. And strong manga vibes as well. The art style, yeah, it looks like a panel out of the manga. So beautiful, beautiful card here by Your Iribi. Not just because it's Flareon. Like, if that was any other Pokemon, I'd be saying the same thing. It's beautiful. Okay, next up is the Eevee. This was one of the first cards revealed that got everybody very excited. It is by Soichiro Gunjima. It's got Bill in the background. I like this card a lot. Eevee and the Eeveelutions, they got a lot of love in this set. A lot of love. You can't go wrong with an Eevee card. It's very playful. It's cute. It's cheeky. Bill's like, oh, you guys. He's got the you guys face. Soichiro Gunjima, they've been around for a long time, and they have done it again here. This is 210. Where does 210 go? All right, 210 goes here. That brings us to the last CHR that I have got. I am actually missing a CHR. I think it's Drodigan, but I've saved the best till last. This is the beautiful Vaporeon. Somebody asked me earlier, what is my favorite CHR? What is the CHR that jumped out the most to me? And it's the Vaporeon. It's by an artist named Jiro Sasumo, who was the winner of the Illustrator Grand Prix in 2020. They drew Illustrator Charizard, which you may be pretty familiar with. It was a promo given away at the Pokemon Center in Japan. And I was so glad to see them come back. They've drawn 2 cards in this set. The other being the Galarian Moltres V CSR that's got Gloria on it. But this is by far my favorite of their works. Out of the 3 cards they've drawn and 1 Pikachu on the Pikachu V Union, I really love Jiro Sasumo's work, and I really hope they continue drawing cards for the TCG. I just love it. They're exploring. It's just got the strong sense of exploration. I like how they're both looking in different directions too. Vaporeon looks so cute swimming through the water. Absolutely lovely, lovely card. I just cannot get enough of it. Okay, so for the CHR, that completes this page here. No, it doesn't. I've still got one missing. 189. What am I missing? A Bomber Snow. Oh, I'm missing a Bomber Snow. I know it sounds crazy, but I haven't found all the CHRs. I am missing 2. And I've opened up about 20, 25 boxes. So yeah, it's weird, but they're cheap. They're like 1 or 2, 300 yen. You know, I can pick them up. It's not a big deal. Moving on to the VCSRs. So now we come to the beautiful stuff. I mean, they're all beautiful, but these are breathtaking. This is one that I'm quite excited to start with because the use of colors on this card is just phenomenal. This one's by Oswaldo Kato, a new artist from 2021. This isn't their first card, but just have a look at this. I just can't get enough. I love the stalactites, the stalagmites, just beautiful use of colors. Oh, it just feels so good to look at. I just cannot get enough of it. Everything's reflecting off of each other. Like they're all the different stalactites, stalagmites, they're all reflecting off each other. Such a phenomenal card. And the holographic as well. They blend together perfectly. It's fantastic. It's like a watercolor painting in the middle of a crystal abyss, aurora borealis. It's got everything, seriously. Zeraora V, this one is by Yu, and I'm pretty sure Yu is a new artist. Lovely, lovely card here. So cute. Just a fun, vibrant, poppy kind of style card. It's cute. I like it a lot. Zeraora got a lot of love in 2021. Had the special art from Jet Black Poltergeist, which was an absolutely phenomenal card. It's a little flatter. It's flatter. The background is just simple, and sometimes that helps with an illustration. You just focus on what's in the foreground. So I like this one a lot. Next up, Umbreon V. This one is by Ligton, a new artist, and this is one of my favorite CSRs for sure. I love the way Karen is sitting there. I just think that pose by Karen is so cool. I like the perspective. I like how it's from underneath as well. I like how Umbreon's looking back. It's just, this ticks all my boxes. Ligton, amazing new artist. Check out their Twitter. They have an extraordinary art style. They have so much range. So I was very excited to find this. One of the cards I pulled. Wait till you see the eye. Wait till you see the red of their eye. It's perfect. The red of the eye just goes so perfectly well with the holo. It's a fantastic card. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this stuff. One of the best. Easily one of the best. My boy Jiro Sasamo, he returns. This was the other card that he drew for this set. Lovely, lovely Galarian Moltres V with Gloria in the background. Perfectly captures Galarian Moltres in Sword and Shield. In a while there, and you just got that just shock and awe look on Gloria. It's fantastic. Another card that's got, actually, you know what? 2 in a row. They got a really nice sense of perspective and just a really, really nice illustration, art style, just everything about it. This one's kind of storybook-esque. Like, it kind of feels like a storybook, children's book kind of illustration. That's what I think of when I look at it. So I like this one a lot. I love the work from Jiro Sasamo. Oswaldo Kato again. Not only did he illustrate that beautiful, beautiful Shadow Rider Calyrex V, but he also illustrated the Centiskorch VMAX. You might be saying, yo, JLUV, what the heck? What on heckin'? I thought you don't like Centiskorch V or VMAX, and you'd be right. I don't like Centiskorch at all. But I love Oswaldo Kato, and I love what they've done with the Pokemon that I'm not the biggest fan of. I love this sense of scale, and that's what does it for me. Kabu running along the back there. It's a quirky, fun card. You don't have to love Centiskorch, and you don't always have to love the Pokemon either to appreciate the illustration. So that's kind of what's happening here. This has got a really nice texture though. You can see that the wind is sort of like the texture on this card, which is an extra nice touch there. That's what makes all these VMAX CSRs so fun. They just find really, really interesting ways, quirky ways rather, to just, I don't know, bring the card to life. And they did it perfectly here with Centiskorch. So kudos to you, Oswaldo Kato. All right, while we're on the topic of scale, another card that has an excellent sense of scale, and that's thanks to the artist behind it, who has a long history of working with anime as a director. I've gotten this wrong twice now. It is the Blaziken VMAX by Kiyotaka Oshiyama, and I love their style. I just cannot get enough of it. Any card that has like a huge sense of imposing scale that's drawn like this with a really cool perspective, they win me over every single time. So really cool. And I love how May is just clinging on for dear life there. Blaziken must have evolved unexpectedly, or Dynamax rather, and yes, they're just struggling to keep up with everything here. So really nice card by Kiyotaka Oshiyama. Let's pick up the pace. Okay, next up, Mimikyu V. You may have recalled I pulled this from my first booster box opening that I put up on YouTube. Very good card. Very, 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 very nice setting. Can I say very enough? Jesus. I just love what's going on here. Like Acerola, catching Mimikyu, watching TV. Again, you got the Gengar in the corner. You got the Mimikyu in the frame. It's fun. And the TV and the perspective. It's all about the perspective with these cards. So another fantastic VCSR. This one's by Saino Misaki. Absolutely awesome work. And I guess right after that, we've got Mimikyu VMAX. Absolutely phenomenal stuff here by one of the best artists easily in the last 5, or let's say decade. I'm pretty sure Naoki Saito has been illustrating Pokemon cards for about 9, 10 or 11 years. They've been around for a long while. The evolution of their style is actually quite extraordinary. To come to this point, again, fantastic use of color in the background. Scale, it's beautiful. It's peaceful. It's tranquil. It's a Mimikyu VMAX card that you're just not disappointed with. It captures everything it needs to. I'll give you a nice close-up of the texture as well. I got really lucky and I found 3 of these, which is crazy. But have a look. You've got that brush stroke texture on the top right corner, which is something we've seen for a while. So that's very nice. Oh, look at that. The way the light hits it. It's beautiful. This is easily one of the best VMAX CSRs from the set. So very lucky to have pulled it. All right. Yu Nishida, she's back. She's been consistently illustrating ever since her Illustrator God of War, which was the first Illustrator Grand Prix held, or the 2019 one rather. Yu Nishida was the winner with the God of War. I've spoken at length about her on this channel. And she's back with the single strike okJLUV V. Very nice. I like the sense of progression between single strike okJLUV V and VMAX. The VMAX card, they've mastered this move. So it's a really nice little touch where, you know, the illustration extends between 2 cards rather than it just being one card on its own. It's a really crafty way of doing things. Very nice. I love the fist. I love the explosion, the power, the sense of scale again, or the sense of strength. This one's got a sense of strength rather. Nice background too. Excellent texture. It's a good CSR. All right. Sylveon V. Let's move on to the next one. This was a card that I bought straight away, actually. As soon as it came, as soon as the singles started getting listed, I was like, yeah, I'm going to buy this. I keep saying this. This is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite. Everything's one of my favorite. But yeah, you may have heard me talk a little bit about how I'm a sucker for eyes. And yeah, Valerie's eyes on this card. Captivating, mesmerizing. This is a phenomenal use of, how do you say this? Like, it feels like Valerie is looking at me. I think Megumi Mizutani, the artist here, has really done a good job of capturing that. So for me, this card's mesmerizing. I can't not look at Valerie when I see it, which is kind of funny because it's a Sylveon card. So Valerie kind of steals the show a little bit, but the Sylveon looks beautifully cute as well. This is awesome. This is 231. So that goes in the bottom left, I think. Sylveon's going to go here and Sylveon VMAX is going to go here. I may as well just continue with the Sylveon. So Sylveon VMAX, again, Valerie, I don't know, she's sort of floating there on the right now of Sylveon VMAX, who is now incredibly huge. Absolutely love the colors in this one as well. Blue and pink. It's just very airy-fairy. It's soft. It's just, I don't know. It's nice to look at. This is really cool. I feel like they do an excellent job of making the holo connect with the eyes for evolutions. They did it with the Sylveon as well. Haven't pulled Sylveon, the Umbreon, sorry. I haven't pulled Umbreon VMAX, so I don't know what it's like for that card too, but same kind of effect with the Umbreon V and the ruby eyes. You get the same kind of thing with the blue eyes here. This one is by Sui. And again, I was very happy to pull this. This was one of the first cards that I found from the set, actually. Crobat V next up. Gosan. Again, Gosan started illustrating cards with VMAX Climax. They've got a couple of cards in this set. Very cool to see Silver return. I know not everyone was super satisfied or pleased with the way Silver's being portrayed in this card. I like it. It kind of grew on me over time. I guess I'm just happy to see Silver back because I'm a massive fan of Gen 2. So this hit me right in the nostalgia. I like the sense of speed and power on this one with the Crobat V. You can feel that they're moving quickly with the white speed. They got speed lines on this one and a really nice texture here as well for Crobat V. So excellent work from Gosan. I'm excited to see what they're going to draw next. Last few VMAX cards here. This is the second VMAX card that I found. Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX, illustrated by Hitoshi Arigawa. Nice card as well. Again, scale. It all just comes down to scale for me. How many times have I said scale, dynamic, perspective? Let's just have a look at the card and enjoy it. Nice texture, really nice texture. Cool to see. Again, similar to the Blaziken VMAX. Peony is just holding on, clinging on for dear life. Anytime it's a blue card, I'm in. One of my fave colors. Scale and perspective and power. So this was the first, I'm pretty sure this was the first CSR card that I found. You always remember your first. This is Orbeetle V with Bugsy. Very fun. Nice to see Bugsy back, which is kind of random. Hadn't seen Bugsy for years, decades. Bugsy's in the manga, but apart from that, yeah, you never really see him. Cool card nonetheless. This one is by Nisota Niso. I think they must be a new artist because they don't sound too familiar, but that will always be a nostalgic card for me because it's the first card I found from this set. Moving on to the heavy hitters now. Rayquaza VMAX. Very fortunate to have found this in one of my last boxes. Absolutely love it. It's a little frustrating that Zinnia and the Rayquaza V are trapped in Blue Sky Stream, but feels like they were teasing us back then with that set. The Rayquaza V special art had a very, very strong character rare vibe. So maybe that was a little bit of foreshadowing by Creatures Inc. and the Pokemon Company. I don't think anybody dislikes Rayquaza VMAX. Rayquaza VMAX, or Rayquaza rather, one of the coolest legendaries, Gen 3. Awesome pose from Zinnia, just absolutely lovely texture. Have a look at that. Awesome, awesome card. This one's by Hideki Ishikawa. The last VMAX card that I have pulled, I am saving the best till last. It is the Pikachu VMAX. This is easily, well, this is without a doubt, the Chase VMAX card CSR from this set. It's illustrated by Soichiro Gunjima. It was one of the first cards revealed, and it got everybody very, very excited for this set. Soichiro Gunjima, like I've said, they've been around for a long time. They drew many special arts from the Sun and Moon era. Full art trainers. They're extremely talented. It's only fitting that they got one of the most popular Pokemon, arguably the most popular Pokemon. It's Pikachu with red right in the foreground. So goddamn cool. So cool. I was very happy to have found this because, yeah, it's a chase card, so it's right up there. Look at the texture, like up here with the lights. You can see that they're in the middle of battle. You got the lights shooting out, like the Dynamax cloud. Everything about it. And the lightning, obviously the lightning zapping around the Pikachu. It's fantastic. Really cool card. Okay, 223 is up here next to the Zero Aura. So I still need Pikachu V. Beautiful card as well. So for V and VMAX, or for CSR cards, this is where I'm at. I've got a lot of gaps in it, so I still got some ways to go. At this point, I don't know. I probably might start just buying singles, especially because I found most of the heavy hitters. It's not exactly feasible to keep chasing Umbreon VMAX. I might just call it a day and buy it as a single and then move on because, yeah, otherwise I'll be opening boxes forever. We'll start the trainers on a new page. So for a lot of the full art trainers in this set, most trainers got like a new illustration. Raihan had a full art in Skyscraping Perfection. So they got another one here in VMAX Climax, which is nice. It's nice to have two different styles. I like this style. I like how he's throwing out two Ultra Balls. That's really cool. Illustrated by Take. So you've got Take's Raihan and you've got the Raihan by Kidasaki in Skyscraping Perfection. Very lovely card. This is 259. Next to the Rayquaza. Damn, that would have been really fitting if it was the Duraludon. What can you do? Acerol's Intuition. This was a new card added with VMAX Climax. And of course, it got a full art. This one is by Yu. You could mistake this kind of style for Naoki Saito. It's really similar, but it's unique to you. So credit where credit's due. It's a, I don't know, it's a chill kind of card. Like, it's not creepy. It's got kind of like sort of creepy kind of vibes. And I like how you got, is that like Mimikyu's, is it meant to be Mimikyu's costume, or is it like a plushie of Mimikyu? That's what I was thinking the other day when I was looking at it. I put a picture of it on my Instagram and I was like, is that meant to be like Mimikyu, or is it just like a soft toy of Mimikyu that Acerol has got there? Next up, we have Mustard Rapid Strike style, and I like this more than Single Strike style. Although Single Strike style, you get a nice big hairy chest. Rapid Strike style, you get sense of scale and perspective. And why is that? Because it's illustrated by Kiyotaka Oshiyama. So I like how it's young Mustard. That was very fun. Very smart of them to do that, because Rapid Strike Mustard came out in Rapid Strike Master, which was at the start of 2021. So there's a full art trainer in that, which is cool. I think that one is by Naoki Saito, and I think the other one is by Mitsuru Arita. But this one's by Kiyotaka Oshiyama again. You can really see that anime style just coming to life here. Really excellent use of the waves too. Very cool card. All right, Boss's Orders gets another full art trainer, this time with Lasana. It's very nice to see different bosses, like a boss, getting involved with the Boss's Orders full art card, Boss no Shire. So this time we got Lasana. This one is by NC Empire. Not a bad card to find because Boss's Orders is so playable, so you cannot complain even if you're not the biggest fan of Lasana or this card. This one is 268 of 184. I gotta find a sleeve. Another card they got a reprint, Professor's Research, this time with Professor Juniper. Illustrated by one of my faves, Yu Nishida. Very nice to see Yu Nishida get so many different illustrations in this set. You got the nice brush stroke, paintbrush sort of texture there on the bottom left. You can see that. Very nice card. Good to see Juniper back. Cool background as well. Love it. Judge Man by Ryuta Fuse. Ryuta Fuse, excellent full art artist. They drew the Nessa from Shocking Volt Tackle, which is probably one of my favorite Sword and Shield full arts, easily. Judge Man, I mean, not the most memorable of characters, so it's hard to fall entirely in love with this card. I guess he's got a cool haircut. That's kind of cool. All right, Mr. Bing chilling himself. It is Muster by Sanosuke Sakuma. Sanosuke Sakuma illustrated many full arts in the past, but they drew a lot for VMAX Climax. The next one I'm going to show you, or maybe a couple after, is by Sanosuke Sakuma, and it'll probably be one of the most memorable full art trainers from the set, period. So this is the Cafe Master. He's being chilling. There's not much more to say. It is 271 of 184. And then right after that, we have Saito, the B, however you want to say it. I always get in trouble when I say it. This one is by Soichiro Gunjima. Again, Sochiro Gunjima illustrated a few cards in this set. I've spoken about them. But this is a really nice card. I like the cracked shattered ice texture on this one. You can see there. Really nice touch. Excellent. I love it when trainers or leaders rather are throwing out Pokeballs. That's always a really cool extra feature of the card, how it like extends over the border, which is fun. I don't know which one's my favorite between the B full art from Shocking Volt Tackle or this one, but it's nice to have both. This page looks so lonely. It's like just incredibly lonely here. I need to fill that out very, very soon. I'm going to save like the heaviest hitter for the last card, but the second last card is going to be the Galar Friend. I think this is the card of the set. This is a throwback to Alola Friends from the Battle Master EX set. It's a special set, very limited product that came out towards the end of the Sun and Moon era. I think maybe rather in 2018, maybe partway through it. So it was very fun to see a Galar version of that come out. And I love this a lot. The Alola Friends was illustrated by Naoki Saito. This one is by Sanosuke Sakuma, and they did a fantastic job. It's just as good, if not better. I love it. It's so fun. You can feel the vibes. You can feel the energy. You can feel the friendship in this card. It's a lovely card. And I think it's going to be the most memorable from this set. So I actually got 2. Can you believe it? I found 2. I didn't buy 2. I found 2. So that's pretty ridiculous. But this is my binder copy. So I will put it in. Just have a look at that. Like, just fantastic texture. No matter which way you look at it, no matter which way the light is reflecting on it, it's just so vibrant. Fantastic card. It's the peak of Sword and Shield, in my opinion anyway. It's not often that you get to see these in like ultra high quality. Look at that. Poor. Have we looked at it? Have we absorbed it? We've absorbed it? Okay, we've absorbed it. I can put it in the binder now. All right. This is the last full art trainer that I've got so far. I still got a lot of gaps to go through, but this is Gloria. I pulled this. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I didn't think I was going to find this. As you can see, it's in a one touch because I'm very protective of it, because this is basically the chase full art of the set. I will show it to you up nice and close because this one is pretty much perfect. Like, there is no issues with it. If I was to grade it, this is easily a PSA 10. There's no print lines. There's no blemishes, nothing. It's a nice illustration. It's by Naoki Saito. A lot of card collectors chase Naoki Saito cards. Naoki Saito illustrated cards tend to be the chasers of most sets. So Gloria here is no exception. I'm just glad I didn't have to buy it. So this is the story so far for the trainer full arts. It's barren. There's a few gaps here. I think I've got just under half. A lot of gaps here for the VMAX and VCSRs. This page here, not looking too bad. The Morpeko V Union special art taking up a big hole there, so that'll need to get rectified. And then we're back here where we've got some more gaps, and Druddigan, which I am missing, and then a Bomber Snow, which I'm not missing. I just forgot it. These next cards, they're kind of controversial. Not everybody loves them. I personally think they're fantastic. They're the gold cards. Now, I love the look of them, but I'm not in love with buying them. But pulling them is really fun. They have some of the best sparkle in the whole Sword and Shield era. They can kind of look flat when you look at them from that perspective or that angle, the lighting on it. But then when you look at another angle, you can see how it's just absolutely glistening. So this is Duraludon VMAX. You've got the white outline around it. There's not much really to say about the illustrations because these are the V and VMAX illustrations that we've seen. The same Duraludon VMAX from Skyscraping Perfect, but now it's gold. So that one is by Planeta Mochizuki, which is a collective. Planeta is a collective artist group. Mochizuki is one of the artists from it. So like I said, I got incredibly lucky because then after that, at some point I found Rayquaza VMAX. So again, it's the same thing as just Rayquaza VMAX, but gold with the nice green background. You can see that's the flattish sort of perspective angle of it. And then you get the very nice sparkly gold. So this is why I think they're so fun. The Zamazenta V and Zacian V from Shiny Star V and Turnus V and Turnus VMAX, they had gold cards too, but those ones, they didn't have the purple outline. And I said at the time, I said, I wish they had the purple outline or the outline of the color of the Pokemon. I'm glad that they did it with these ones. Like I said, I got crazy lucky, and I was not complaining. I was very excited when this happened. Mew VMAX. Between Pikachu VMAX and Mew VMAX, I kind of like Mew VMAX a little bit more. I think the pink outline just helps the card pop a little bit more. It's kind of stuck in your sleeve. Come on, Mew, get out of the sleeve. I got to show the people your lovely texture. And I love the pink outline here for Mew. So you got the flat sort of, look, it is so flat. And then you rotate it and it just speckles everywhere. That awesome gold texturing. I just don't understand why people don't really rate these. When it comes to gold cards, this is easily the peak, which brings us to an incredible string of luck. Some would think that I was just resealing packs at this point. Pikachu VMAX, illustrated by AKIRA Works. It's the Pikachu VMAX from Shocking Volt Tackle, but this time it's gold. Like I said, I like the Mew VMAX more because I like the pink outline. The yellow outline kind of gets lost with the gold on this one, but in terms of like clout, flex, like Pikachu VMAX UR, the gold from VMAX Climax, is probably the pinnacle for Japanese pulls last year, for high class packs in the last 2 or 3 years. So very, very fun card to find. Glad I didn't have to pay for it. And I'm going to put it in its home. In you go, Pikachu 279 means you go here. So I'm missing 4 gold cards. You know, these are the most expensive. Well, these 3 at least are the most expensive. So I'm sitting pretty. Anyway, that's my VMAX Climax binder master set so far. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Will I finish this master set one day? If I show you, it'll probably be 8 months from now. Until next time, like and subscribe. Peace.